At this point, we have a couple of brief speakers. Joseph Recinos, who will talk about the just third way within the context of Latin America. And then Harriet Epstein will share a poem with us. Joseph Recinos is a development economist with CESJ's co-founder and director for Latin America. He is also a director of Equity Expansion International and was project manager for Equity Expansion's expanded ownership projects in Central America and Mexico. Joe is the Guatemalan representative to the Central American Solidarista Labor Federation. He received his master's degree in economics and Latin American Affairs from Georgetown University's School of Foreign Service after graduating from the City University of New York. Joe Recinos.
Thank you. It's nice to be here with you today. In a modest way, I'm here to represent that forgotten continent, Latin America. A continent that had a hope in the mid-'80s with the Presidential Task Force on Economic Justice under President Reagan, which, I might add, was supported by both the Democrats and Republicans on the left and on the right. It was unique. It was the only presidential task force that didn't spend one government dime. It was totally supported by donations and people working to present the task force to the government of the United States. How many times can we say that about work that's done for the American government? Unfortunately, its recommendations weren't implemented. And today, Latin America is a seething tea kettle that will explode again unless something new is done. We must look forward to advocating the concept of economic and broadened justice for people in Latin America. Recalling that everyone in Latin America should have the right, just as Americans, just as every citizen worldwide should have the right to the ownership of new capital productive assets. As a right, just like the right to vote, just like the right to practice your religion as you see fit. This should be a human right and applied worldwide. We cannot continue in Latin America as we have been doing, distributing the crumbs and letting the extremely wealthy hold on to the pie. At some time, that house of cards is going to fall. And we have to be ready with answers to that sleeping continent of Latin America, which is going to wake up. It could be to the detriment of people in the United States or to help fulfill its wishes. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Joseph. Please welcome Harriet Epstein, who is a board member of the Center for Economic and Social Justice and a retired gerontology professional who served as long-term care coordinator and assistant director of the Alexandria, Virginia office of Aging and Adult Services. She founded the Virginia Guardianship Association. She is a graduate of Tufts University. Her articles and poems have been published in local and national journals and anthologies.
Thank you, Bob, and good afternoon, everyone. You've heard of poems written by committees. This poem wasn't written by a committee. This poem was written by a pair. And my other partner in this pair is John Brohan, here to my right. So we both take the credit or the blame or whatever for what you're about to hear next. It is my strong belief that we must use the performing arts and the literary arts as a way of reaching people. So this is a modest attempt at a start. Justice Q&A. What color is justice? How much does it weigh? Where can we find it? How much must we pay? Does it work in an office? Does it run out to play? How can capital homesteading help save the day? Here are some answers we'll give you today. We need capital credit that new profits repay. The Fed holds the key to the just third way. Let's all share the growth with no more delay. Own or be owned is the truth we convey. For more about justice, go to CESJ.